We're off center.
Midland clearance, Centurion 4620 Yankee.
Number 4620 Yankee, Midland clearance.
We are at Midland Airpark at the Basin Aviation and requesting flight following to 15 Foxtrot at 11,500.
And November 4620 Yankee, here Cessna 210.
Affirmative, 20 Yankee.
And just to verify, I'm getting your call set around, it's 4620 Yankee.
Affirmative, 20 Yankee.
Number 20 Yankee, stand by for squawk.
Okay, when he gives us the squawk code, punch it in. 4 digits. And go to nearest on that. Okay, so before taxi is complete, correct?
Correct.
All right, so here we go.
What was this pull yoke?
Oh, that's right. Pull yoke back to taxi. The weight off the front gear. Which, by the way, I've already added to the file on my computer. I remembered that one. A couple of the notes you made.
Number 4620 Yankee, remain outside of Class Charlie airspace. When airborne, contact departure. Departure frequency is 124.6, squawk 5206. Have a good flight.
Foxtrot 206.
Okay, departure frequency 124625, squawk 5206, 20 Yankee.
Number 20 Yankee, departure frequency is 124.6.
Oh, 0.6, and stay clear of Class Charlie, 20 Yankee.
Number 20 Yankee, readback is correct. And remember 20 Yankee, no cleared.
20 Yankee, go ahead.
And verify your squawk was 5206.
5206 is confirmed, 20 Yankee.
Number 20 Yankee, thank you. And squawk readback was correct.
How come your seat's higher up?
Because I rotated it up. You have a crank that can take you higher if you want it or lower. Most people don't like it as high as I do.
Can you take it higher? Got plenty of room behind you, Ron.
Got to reach the pedals in case I keel over.
Seen The Mountain Between Us?
What?
The Mountain Between Us, the movie. With Kay Winslet and I remember the other actor.
Sounds familiar, but
They charter a plane, they crash in the Rockies.
Oh, that's right. I didn't see it.
It's a love story, really.
Boy meets girl.
Yeah.
Boy crashes plane.
The dog survives, but the pilot, dies.
Of course, pilots always die, and dogs always survive.
Well,
What's wrong when you get a dog?
He had a heart attack. That's why they crashed.
Yeah. But you could bring Alex home if I die, right?
I think so.
Sounds convincing. Sure, you're glad to hear that, Alex.
Hey, in 8th grade, we had to take aviation that was an elective instead of science.
Oh man,
so we flew
cool.
simulators, and then we flew B-22 simulators.
Oh wow.
I scored the highest, and that's why I got to go on Barksdale Air Force and fly A-10 and B-52 simulators.
Well, why aren't you a pilot?
Well, that's what I got accepted in the Air Force Academy, and I thought I was going to do that, and then I just decided at the last minute, it's like, nah.
Well, you can still fly. Okay. Manifold pressure only 33. I have to have John look at that. Am I on the center line?
Yes.
Okay, airspeed is looking good. We're at rotate already. Here we go. Okay, nose down, get some airspeed built up. Good, gear coming up. Okay, gear's coming up. Okay, gear is up. I got an amber light.
Amber light?
Yep. Okay, flaps coming up. Airspeed is at VY now. Good. We will now come back a little bit on our throttle. I need to remember to tell my mechanic. We're looking for traffic still.
About the manifold pressure?
Yeah, on takeoff. Firewall is only 34. Any towers, clear right.
Are clear.
Okay, switching over.
Marine 30397, 14,000 level with weather notice at Airpark.
November 30397 in the Midland approach. The center maintain 5,000. Expected visual approach in the Midland Airpark. Midland now, altimeter is 2987. Verify the weather notice at Airport.
Down to 5,000, we've got weather notice. Is this Maurice?
Yes.
How you doing, bud? It's Diaz, Roy Diaz, doctor.
Need you guys quit talking.
Not much, man. We'll start our just down to 5,000.
Midland information, go back, current altimeter 2987.
Midland approach, Centurion 4620, Yankee off Midland Airpark at 3,500 for 11,500.
Before 620 Yankee, Midland approach, ident, Midland altimeter 2987.
87, identity. 20 Yankee.
The 20 Yankee radar contact 2 miles north of Midland Airpark. And what's the on-course heading for 15 Foxtrot?
On-course heading will be 42042.
Oh, okay, then you can proceed on course.
Proceed on course, 20 Yankee. Okay, do me a favor. Make sure GPSS is on. Okay, autopilot going on. Now, what I want you to do is push in the big bug on the right, and it magentas the altitude and move it up to 11,500. We need to put that in the pre-flight. I need to make sure I put that in before we get to this point. That should have been done on the ground.
All right,
11,500.
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, so how are we doing altitude? 9,200. Air temperatures are looking better now. Alright, so like, and setting up your rudder trim and being coordinated is what that's called. What flying's really taught me is precision. It's not enough just to be on the taxiway. Let's be center line. On the runway, let's be center line. Let's be exactly precise on our trim. I'm not that's not natural to me. And so,
except when it comes with your zippers.
That's the only thing. But after that, just like, it's close enough kind of attitude, and I've had to really change that for myself and learn to be precise when flying. Don't want to be sloppy. Okay, we're at cruising altitude. All right, so we have a cruise checklist. Let's go ahead and run that.
Power as desired.
Okay, I'm going to pull back a little bit.
Prop at 2350. Is this the prop?
Yeah, yes, exactly. The prop controls RPM. Okay.
Cowl doors closed.
Okay, stand by. Okay, cowl doors closed. Check.
Mixture lean to 385.
Look at our ground speed catching up, already 20 knots faster. Our temperature's climbing as I pull it back. Notice we're uncoordinated now because I pulled the power back. And that has to do with P factor or torque. So as the propeller spins, it wants to yank your plane around, right? And so that's why when you go full power, you have to hold more left rudder because the plane wants to turn to the left.
Gotcha.
That's one of the very first lessons student pilots get.
So if I want to move this way, I go that way?
No,
or the other way?
Again when you're ready.
Yeah. On analog dials, it's a ball. It's like a level that you see here.
And
construction
you
level.
the force shift, and when you leave, the area will be cold, correct?
And the phrase is step on the ball. So this is moving the rudder. So what you're doing is if you wheel it left.
When Maverick says Maverick has the ball,
that's different.
Approach 119.6.
The Navy carrier landing term. But when you're, a lot of airplanes you train in, the 172s, 152s, they won't have this rudder trim. So you're going to have to be actually giving
pedals?
You're going to have to do it with the pedal. All this rudder trim is doing is moving the rudder pedals so that you don't have to get fatigued. So that's you won't have this when you train. So they have a ball, and so you step on if the ball's to the left, you step on it. So if our little line here is to the left, you step on it. You go to the left. And by the way, I am not a flight instructor. This is not flight instruction.
Oh, I know.
You are not paying me, and I'm not a flight instructor. Not yet, anyway. Got a check ride coming up. We'll see what happens.
So is becoming an instructor all just about a check ride? I mean, I know you got to practice riding for right seat.
Country radar contact 10 miles northeast of the Bravo DOR. Bravo altimeter 2982. I show you 15,400.
It's a lot more than a check ride. You have to pass a couple of written tests. I'm studying for those right now. That's the first step.
Mustang 11 contact Fort Worth Center 314.0.
On the day of the check ride, you know, the private pilot check ride was 2-3 hours, and the check ride is 2 parts. It's the first half, the first hour and a half, is an oral exam.
11 contact Fort Worth
So
Center,
the examiner is going to ask you a ton of questions and test your knowledge. Then you do the practical or the flight. And you're going to run through, there is a book of standards, and the examiner will run through those standards. You've got to do this, then check it, and you got to do this. I mean, it's very clear. It's not like a surprise. Then, and then later check rides, you know, are very similar. There's an oral and then a practical or flying part. And so when you get to the CFI, the thing's almost a full day.
Wow.
And so, you know, it's a couple hours or more of oral, and then it's a couple hours or more of flying. I mean, you are going to be worn down by the end of that day is what I hear. So, and you're going to be doing, anything's fair game as far as questions and what you're going to do in the flying. So if you've got your private, it could be anything off the private. If you've got your instrument, it's anything off the instrument. Your commercial, it's anything off the commercial. So it's like everything together.
Wow.
So I've got to really, really study up. Okay, so I'm briefing the plate for this. Haskell 15 Fox. The runway is 3,400 feet, 50 feet wide. I've landed here. It's actually pretty narrow.
At -9. Let me know when you get out of it. Do you need to change out speed?
Somebody's hitting light rime ice in this guy's sector. I don't see any clouds.
Or 1188 Golf.
He must be even higher than us, because we're at 12 Celsius. That guy was at -9 that's picking up the ice. So he must be way above us. Okay, so let's look at the weather real quick there. They do not have an ATIS. So there's no nearby weather either. So let's just take a look. Abilene really is the closest. So we're going to take a look at ABI. Okay. Abilene is reporting winds 260 at 14. So winds are almost due out of the west, which is going to be a bit tricky for us because our runway is a north-south runway.
So have a crosswind landing?
Yeah, so we're going to have a crosswind runway at, what did I say the winds were? At 14?
14.
Okay, so it's a 14-knot crosswind. 21 is our limit. Now, I came in at 19 the other day, and it wasn't too bad. There's a line of trees from the west that blocks that. So let's just be very aware that we've got a strong right-hand crosswind coming in.
1 Delta Tango, thank you.
Are we coming in from the north?
What we will do
is we're
going to fly over the runway and enter a left downwind for
Southbound.
For 18. We want to come in heading south.
Yeah.
At this point, it doesn't matter because it's almost an even crosswind. So, but we're going to land 18.
Player 01 for Worts.
Now, let's brief that landing. Should the crosswind prove to be difficult, I will go around. I will do power up, make sure I've got a positive rate of climb. I'll bring the gear back up. I will clean up with flaps once I know that I'm airspeed is looking good, and then we will divert to Abilene. They got a much wider runway, and just safer bet if we had trouble.
4620 Yankee, the Abilene altimeter 2978.
7820 Yankee. That's a big difference.
What was it?
Fort Worth Center 20 Yankee is going to begin our VFR descent. 78.
2978.
20 Yankee, roger, maintain VFR.
Maintaining VFR 20 Yankee.
Top full one, stand
Okay,
by
let's
one.
go down to,
Set a request.
set it down to 3,100 feet on our altitude.
88 Golf, descended, or climb maintain 16,000.
Push it in,
What was it?
3,100.
3100. 20 Yankee.
They grow up so quick. Also, always looking where I would put down an emergency. I have a little airport right here. It shows it right there. That 56 Foxtrot, a 3,300 foot runway.
Yeah.
So it's right there, I see it. I've got the DTAF loaded and our second radio
November
there.
20 Yankee, maintain VFR at or above 6,000 for now. You're flying right, pretty close to an IR route. Just want to make sure you clear that before you descend any lower.
Okay, we'll at or above 6,000 for 20 Yankee. 6,000, load 6,000 in the altitude. So never mind about coming down fast. So I have a habit, whenever he tells me altitude, I immediately set it in the bug. That way, I don't forget it. The way of writing it down is by writing it down electronically. Same thing, frequency. You could always write it down. When Alicia flies the plane, and by flying I mean just I'm here, and she'll actually get a notepad and write down the instructions, which is totally acceptable.
Yeah.
Because she's not used to, by the time she gets this number in, she doesn't know what to say. Everything happens so quick. Eventually it becomes muscle memory and it's not a big...
4620 Yankee, and VFR altitude your discretion now, thank you.
VFR altitude my discretion, 20 Yankee. So let's go back to 3,100. Oh, a little turbulence. We're going through turbulence. We want to slow it down a little bit.
What causes turbulence, Dan?
Heat.
Got it. I feel like it's warmer.
That's the engine. It does that on descent all the time, but yeah, and it does feel warmer as you get lower, absolutely. But it's only one temperature. It was, what, 17 a minute ago? Alright, so I evened out our descent, so we slowed down. There's a speed called your maneuvering speed. It's VA. All your speeds are referred to as velocity, capital V with a little something. So like VS is your stall speed. VY is best climb. VA is your maneuvering speed. like your best speed for maneuvering through turbulence or...
Number 4 Yankee, stand by.
That's not us.
4620 Yankee, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, change advisory frequencies approved.
All right, we'll squawk VFR. When we come back up, do we come back to you for VFR flight follow?
And 20 Yankee, if you're coming up westbound, then yes, you can contact me. Eastbound 133.5.
33.5, thanks. 20 Yankee. I'm going to make a scratch pad note of that. 33.5.
That was fuel message.
Yeah, well, I'll change it one. Or you can get it. Okay, so how many miles out are we?
8.8. Wait, where is this area?
That's 8 minutes.
Oh, 8 minutes.
So we're 25.9 miles.
Oh, is that the... Okay.
Warts, good afternoon, Southwest 2221's at a 295 for 240.
So we're done with him, so I can switch over. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and load that 1335 for when we come back. Okay, so we are 25 miles out. I'm not going to make a call yet to Haskell. DC air smoother now. But Alex, to answer your question too, all weather is related to the uneven heating of the Earth's surface.
Okay.
That's a test question on your pilot exam, by the way. What causes all weather? The uneven heating of the Earth's surface. Okay, so we're at 3,200. And how many miles out are we? 17.4. At 10 miles out, we'll make our call. Oh wait, there's somebody right below us.
Where?
I don't know. Right in front of us.
Oh, there, I got him. It's a jet.
That's a fighter.
It's like a T-38?
Oh my gosh, that is a fighter.
Oh yeah, he's doing maneuvers.
Holy cow. Oh, that's too cool. Do you see that, Alex?
Yes, sir. I hope he
just came from nowhere, too.
Does he, like, have us on radar?
Yeah, he does. He knew we were here.
He's climbing now. He's around level with us.
He's probably out of the Air Force Base out of Abilene. That was cool. I had some fighter pilots on in the hangar the first time, and I asked them, do you guys just come and play with the general aviation? He said, no. I don't believe him.
Wink.
Wink, yeah. Haskell traffic, Centurion 4620, Yankee 10 miles southwest. We'll do a midfield crossover for left downwind 18 Haskell. Okay, we're at 500 feet above pattern right now. Let's go ahead and set the altitude bug to the pattern altitude of 2600. That's another key thing that I've had to learn that's really, really critical for being a pilot is staying ahead of the airplane. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do things like get your altitude set for the next thing, get your frequency set for the next thing. Stay ahead of the airplane because one thing happens and it can quickly snowball into a bunch of things and then you're behind. When you get to instrument, that becomes imperative. You have to stay ahead. If you're flying with a co-pilot, for a 135 or for money, a professional deal, then you at least have two people who can share the job, the workload.
Right.
But in a situation, workload can just go from 0 to 100 really quickly, and so you want to stay ahead of it. And as a single pilot doing it, you really do. That's why some people talk about, I don't like to fly autopilot. I want to feel the stick and rudder. Well, when we're doing these long cross countries, having the autopilot is one less thing I have to think about, like, oh gosh, I'm not heading in the right direction anymore. I drifted off. All those kind of things can start to add up. So the autopilot takes the workload off of me so I can focus on making sure the other stuff is going on.
Right.
Okay. We are now 5 miles out. We'll make another call as we cross over field. We'll cross over at our 500 feet above pattern altitude and then descend that last 500 feet into pattern altitude. This is where they would say, Haskell traffic, any traffic please advise. Oh, don't do that. Okay, let's do a before landing checklist.
Lighting as desired.
Okay, check.
All right, seatbelt secure.
Check.
Fuel desired tank.
Check.
We're not ready for gear down.
I'm taking autopilot off, by the way, because I got fuel inside.
Mixture richer.
Okay, check.
Prop full forward.
Check.
PAL doors as desired.
Check. Haskell traffic, Centurion is over the field to enter a left downwind for 18 Haskell. Prison right here. Okay. Alright, we'll begin our descent to pattern altitude. And we're going to come out on our... When we're beaming the numbers, that's when we'll do our GUMPS check.
Okay.
Alright, we're at, you're going down.
I got a wheel.
I got 1, 2, okay, green light.
Green light, gear and mirror, check again. ID flaps.
Flaps to 10. Haskell traffic, Centurion, left downwind 18 Haskell. Okay, we're really high too, so I'm going to extend our downwind a little bit because we're high. Also, that gives us a little bit more time to set up with this crosswind. Trim. Speed's right at 100, that's good. Alright, we're turning left base. We'll watch our speed here, don't want to stall. Haskell traffic, Centurion, left base 18 Haskell. 90's a good speed to maintain. Okay, we're looking for anybody coming in along final. Final appears clear. I'm going to turn a little late for final so that the crosswind can blow us back. I'm going to account for the wind.
We got 22 on crosswind.
Okay. Haskell traffic, Centurion on final, 18 Haskell. Okay, gas, carriage, mixture, props. I see 2 and a green light. Okay. Check complete again. Call out speed for me.
94.
Okay.
92.
I'm going to keep flaps at where we're at for a little faster on our...
87.
Okay.
84. 2. We're off center.
Yeah, I've got to get that fixed. It is hard from the right seat after doing, 800 landings from the left seat.
That make number 4?
What now?
Number 4 from that seat?
Yeah, and a crosswind at that.
It said 30 at the time of landing.
That's not accurate, but it gives us...
Yeah.
Haskell traffic, Centurion back taxiing on 18 Haskell.
Don't worry.
sorry, Dan. There's video evidence of that.
No doubt. That was my worst landing as far as
off center.
Off center.
I mean, still smooth landing. It's just a little. I was butt clenching a little bit.
I'm like, yeah, that one. I just got to get better with that, and practice over here is what we'll do. That would not impress a DPE checking me out on the check ride. That would not be. Okay, thanks for joining us on this edition. Don't know if I'll show that landing. Maybe I should, just sports and all, I don't know.
Oh, trust me, I got camera.